Welcome to Plotwise, where timeless stories are reborn and every tale reveals a lesson worth keeping. In this tale, we journey beyond the walls of a cursed castle into a world of pride, sacrifice, and a love so powerful it could break even the darkest spell. This is the story of Beauty and the Beast. Long ago, in a kingdom bathed in gold and splendor, a young prince lived for himself alone. His halls were filled with music, feasts, and endless celebration. Yet the heart of the prince was cold, untouched by kindness or empathy. People admired his wealth, but none could claim his affection, for he had only love for his own reflection. One stormy evening, a mysterious old woman appeared at the castle gates, seeking shelter from the wind. She offered him a single rose in exchange for his hospitality. Pride clouded the prince's judgment, and he turned her away. But the woman was no ordinary stranger. She was an enchantress. Revealing her true form, she pronounced a spell that would change everything. The prince would live as a beast, and all who served him would be trapped in enchanted forms until he could learn to love and be loved in return. From that night onward, the castle fell into silence. The beast's roar echoed through the halls, and the enchanted rose became a fragile symbol of time and hope. Only one thing could break the curse: a heart willing to see past appearances, to embrace courage, compassion, and true love. Far away, in the village of Villeneuve, lived Belle, a young woman whose spirit was as vibrant as her mind. She spent her days caring for her father, Maurice, a clever inventor and tinkerer. Yet her thoughts often wandered to adventure, to places beyond the quiet streets she had always known. She was different from the other villagers, curious, brave, and unwilling to accept the ordinary. Gaston, a celebrated hunter and former soldier, admired Belle, but his pride and arrogance repelled her. She valued courage, curiosity, and kindness over flashy charm. And so, Belle walked her path alone, unaware that fate was already moving toward the castle hidden deep in the forest. One day, Maurice set out to sell his inventions in a distant town, but the forest that had always seemed so inviting turned treacherous. Wolves prowled the shadows, and night descended swiftly. Lost and afraid, Maurice stumbled upon an ancient castle, its gates creaking under the weight of centuries. Inside, whispers of magic and enchantment stirred in the air, and Maurice had unknowingly entered a world frozen in both time and mystery.
Sorry.
There, he encountered the beast, towering, fierce, and intimidating. Maurice was captured, leaving Belle alone in the village, unaware of the peril her father now faced. But her courage would not allow her to wait, and soon she would journey into the heart of the unknown. Belle found her way to the castle.
Who's there?
Confronting the beast with a heart braver than she knew. When she offered herself in exchange for her father's freedom, a shift occurred. She was no longer a visitor or a prisoner. She became the one who could ignite hope, the catalyst for change, and perhaps the key to breaking the curse.
Oh, you are very strong.
Within the castle, Belle met the enchanted servants: Lumiere, the charming candelabra; Cogsworth, the precise and loyal clock; Mrs. Potts, the nurturing teapot; Clement, the playful feather duster; and Chip, her mischievous teacup son. Each one carried a spark of humanity, waiting for the day when the beast could find love again. At first, the beast struggled. His heart was heavy with pride and fear. Belle's bravery both frustrated and intrigued him. He demanded obedience.
You'll join me for dinner.
Thing is probably in there scared to death.
Yet she offered none.
I told you no!
In private moments, he faced the enchanted rose, petals falling one by one, a reminder of time slipping away. Could he change in time? Could he learn to love someone outside himself? The castle itself seemed to respond to their unspoken tension. Shadows shifted, corridors echoed, and the servants hoped silently that this girl could reach the heart trapped within the beast. Days passed, and slowly,
Ma chère mademoiselle proudly presents our guest. And a dinner here is never second best.
I'll get warm, piping hot. Heaven sakes, it's our spot.
She's our guest.
She's our guest.
She's our guest.
Be our guest. Pudding?
Belle slipped into the West Wing and found a glowing rose. Suddenly, the beast appeared, furious.
You could have damned this all! Get out of here! Go!
Terrified, she ran, mounted a horse, and fled into the snowy forest. Wolves surrounded her, growling, teeth flashing. They attacked until the beast roared into the fight. Claws, fangs, and snow flew. He drove them back, but collapsed, bleeding and weak. Belle rushed to him, fear turning to compassion. Struggling, she helped him onto the horse and back to the castle. There, with gentle hands, she cleaned his wounds. For the first time, she saw not a monster, but someone worth caring for. The walls between them softened. Belle explored the castle, discovering its magic and hidden beauty. She wandered into the library, marveling at endless books, and the beast, hesitant at first, began to show her kindness. They shared small moments, awkward meals, laughter sparked by curiosity, quiet evenings by the fire. The snow outside contrasted the warmth growing between them. A fragile friendship formed, a tentative trust that hinted at the possibility of love. One day, the beast presented Belle with a magical book, one that could transport them anywhere her imagination led. Together, they glimpsed distant places and hidden memories, seeing the world through wonder and curiosity. Belle shared stories of her childhood and her family, while the beast revealed his own loneliness, the weight of a past filled with pride and sorrow.
Let's go.
The castle, once silent and somber, began to awaken with joy. The enchanted servants smiled and danced in hidden corners.
Small, to say the least, bittersweet and strange, ever as before, finding you can change beauty and the beast.
Hope sparking in every shadowed hallway. Even the smallest gestures, a hand brushed lightly, a shared laugh, carried immense meaning. Belle and the beast were learning to see each other as equals, as souls worthy of love. Back in Villeneuve, Gaston's pride had grown into obsession. Refused by Belle, he plotted to claim her by force and destroy the beast. He rallied the villagers with lies of a terrible monster, spinning fear into loyalty. Their torches flickered through the night as he led them into the forest, blind to the real courage and love that awaited at the castle. Belle, sensing her father's peril, glimpsed him through the magic mirror and realized that time was running out. She had to act. The fate of her father, the beast, and the enchanted castle all rested in her hands. Snow fell heavily as Belle raced through the forest, determination blazing in her heart. She arrived at the castle just as the villagers approached, torches lighting the night sky. Together, Belle and the beast prepared.
Belle! You came back!
Rallying the enchanted servants. Lumiere's flames flickered like beacons of hope. Cogsworth hurled books with precision misses. Pots poured scalding tea, and Clemette's feathers distracted the intruders. The stage was set for a confrontation where courage, love, and sacrifice would be tested. Gaston confronted the beast atop the castle tower. pride clashed with bravery, fear collided with love. Blows were exchanged, and for a moment, despair filled the air. The last petal of the enchanted rose fell. The castle trembled. The servants froze, and hope seemed lost. But Belle, running through the chaos, called out her love.
I love you.
Her words pierced the darkness, and the enchantress appeared, lifting the curse. The beast returned to his human form. The servants regained their lives. Love had triumphed, not through power or force, but through courage, understanding, and the willingness to change. Sunlight poured through the castle. Belle and the prince stood hand in hand. The servants laughed, danced, and embraced life once more. Villagers, witnessing the transformation, learned that love and courage can conquer fear. A grand ball celebrated life, hope, and the enduring magic of the human heart. Belle and the prince danced, their hearts united, and the kingdom itself seemed reborn. From Plotwise, remember this timeless lesson. Courage, compassion, and love can break even the darkest spell, and the heart's capacity to care is the most powerful magic of all.